Hey YouTube, this is Lord Zath, and we're going to try something a little bit special here today. I have with me the fine folks at, I believe this is FFG32. I believe that's the clan name, yes. And Stony, as some of you guys know, is a tier 4 Patreon. So one of the things that I wanted to try doing is a ride along. However, we're going to try something a little bit different. This is going to be a clan battle ride along. So I don't know what we're going to see here, but we're going to try to make it happen. And I'd love to get your guys' feedback on what you see happening here, what you guys like. If there are things that you would like to see more of, let me know. If there are things that I can fix, I would like to know that as well. This is something that I've been experimenting with a little bit internally with my own clan, Kraken. But all four people that you see here on screen are in the clan battle group, and we will go into battle momentarily. And from there, I will simply watch. I'll make a few comments to you guys, and then after the game is done, I'll debrief with the group as a whole. So that's the plan. We'll see what happens. I'm going to pause the video for right now until we get into battle. I'm really excited, guys. I'm so excited. See you in a bit. All right, here's our next battle. This will most likely be our final battle that we will record today.
Okay, Bravo Charlie push with midfield behind Bravo defense. Same thing as we played last time on the Charlie side. Now the positions are just flipped. So we're going to take both Russian cruisers. We're going to start pushing Bravo to Charlie. I want the Stalingrad a little further north. The Petro right on those islands, pushing down to that triangular one at D7, just on that pointy tip. And then we can start putting pressure on Charlie. Let's get Failgate to support that Charlie side push. Bush Pilot, Ledge, and Stony, you're defending on Alpha, but we want to get a little bit of intel so we can kind of nose into Alpha a little bit, but probably not even touch the cap. Just get us some spots. They've got 3 DDs on the field, so that's going to cut down what we can do independently. Let's make sure we stay with the fleet a little closer together than we otherwise would. So that means Venezia, if you're supporting the Ohio, stay, within 5 kilometers of him. And then Bush Pilot, you're not going to want to take a DD fight against anything they have out there.
Absolutely
So,
not.
yeah, cowardice is the watchword of the day.
So you want Stony about D4 in the Ohio?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'd actually have my bow north.
Copy.
Can do that. Again, they're putting their vision and radar essentially on one side. They're depending on their Shimakaze to do vision alone, which honestly I disagree with. I think you should be putting one of the radars down here to cover all of A with vision.
So I usually take the Montana pretty close around that island. This time I'm going to take it a little further away just to mitigate the damage. And so hopefully I can take that corner without causing a problem. Especially if there's a Kremlin there. We'll be relying on summer torps to dislodge any cruisers or battleships that are buttoned in against a Charlie push.
Roger that.
Shimakaze going into A could be a problem. He's coming in sideways. He's got the island behind him. So if he were to be radared right now, he doesn't have too much of an escape. That island will prevent him from turning as much as he'd want to.
Stony's detected.
See, yeah, I'm not surprised. There's something south of A just messing around. Shimakaze could have
contested.
backed into A when he came around that turn. Didn't. I don't know why.
Stony is still very detected.
But
Yeah,
see, here's
you might want to pull behind Stony a little bit, but we keep the range open. You're the primary anti-DD tool on that flank.
here's where that radar would have been helpful.
That's got to be the Des Moines. That's shooting at me.
Des Moines would probably be right behind this island. This is a
Gothis,
very
are you
strong
attacking?
point.
No.
Stony is dark now too.
Pedro.
Summer's on radar. I hit 2 torps on something.
Interesting.
And
I leave the Summers.
possibly
lucky.
Destroyer.
Sit on Petro.
Good
Stop.
hits on the Petro.
We're gonna run around that flank.
Oof.
Small torpedo coming in. 2 of them.
Stony's taken 2.
Mm-hmm. You could have DCP'd earlier. There's no need to wait till the second flood.
Yeah, open up from those islands down there on the south a little bit. Pull a little further north.
Copy.
I'd like to see you actually heading
You might
west.
be able to smash the Kremlin broadside. Keep an eye out for it.
If Stony heads this direction... Oh, Marceau took the
was-
torps.
Marceau.
Mm-hmm. Don't salvo fire against Marceau with him that low. I think you're better off ripple firing and dragging.
Marceau low.
You hit him.
Shots
That's
are
good.
out. He brake checked me.
Yep. And that's the reason why you don't salvo fire on a target that low. You want to drag your shells, assuming they're going to try to dodge. It's a lot harder to dodge one shell at a time, or one gun turret fired at a time, than all
Fire
of
on
them.
Marceau.
Fire on the Marceau. Interesting.
That's fantastic.
Damage condit.
Of course he did.
I blind fired him, but I didn't get him. Okay, Gothis, see if you can still work out the outside flank here. We can probably put
Where's the Shima?
Failgate and Cap. I'm going to work on this Ohio.
Copy.
Oh, that's not good for the Shima. Yeah. So what he
Shimakaze
did
down.
was he went in the torpedo lane here, which you rarely want to do. He was basically torpedoing. The Summers, of course, was going for Stony's Ohio, but he went in between, in front of his teammates, and you can see what happened as a result.
Stoney, can you turn a little further left, get your guns on the Ohio, or right?
Summers on
Torpedoes. But yes.
And we're going to want to put this Ohio down, because then we can re-engage Alpha a little bit stronger.
Yes, again, that's why I would have kited away to Delta
He's behind
1,
an island for me right now.
because then you'd actually have shots on the Ohio. But now the Ohio just has to dive the island, and he doesn't care. Let's take a look at the
That was a good
Montana
salvo
view.
from the ledge.
Okay. You want the shot now, but you don't have it. Marceau
Okay,
is
we
up
got
again.
Charlie Cap risks. Gothis, don't expose yourself too much. Gothis, if you can, just get wide, you know.
That Kremlin keeps looking at me, so I'm just.
Yeah, you
afraid.
can reverse a little bit. You've got the armor on your nose. Just don't get close. And then just go HE on the Kremlin. Super.
Copy.
We get the 2 caps. We'll be all right. I'd like to get a spot on the Ohio, but yeah.
Okay, if we think that the destroyer is there, we should see a radar coming up. Ohio's giving you a shot. I'm surprised by this.
$10K on the Ohio.
Another 8. It's almost at the point where I can set it all in.
Uh-huh. That's why the radar would have been helpful.
Yeah, that's going to be annoying. Risk, can you reverse behind that island and get your butt pointed west and then engage the small end when he comes up and starts taking Bravo Cap?
Now, Summers most likely will torpedo down the channel.
Oh, I didn't think he'd be reversing.
Kremlin's moving forward.
Good Citadel hit.
As soon as he goes down, we're going to be able to approach this a lot more confidently.
Yes, you will. The key, though, is that Marceau, he's going to stay in the backfield and be a pain in the butt for days.
Risk, butt pointed west.
Summers in the center.
Stony, watch the small end torps. I got the Ohio. You can start turning.
Mm-hmm. Do you? Okay, good, you got him. Okay.
Okay, so wrist, let's. Okay, you're still not pointing your bus west, wrist. I need you to be able to turn so you can get in Bravo. That's the idea here.
Summers is spotting me.
Affirmative. Rotating gun.
Smolland is spotting me.
Summers on radar.
Yeah, too close to the Petro.
Summers on radar? I don't see it. Wrist, wrong
No,
turn, man.
you're
We need you in
Summers.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Fail. If you want to withdraw from the chart. Ugh.
Yeah, it's a
Cruiser
fail,
was on
alright.
radar. I must have pushed up.
Yeah, no need to hang out in cap after we take it. You can pull back to the flanking position. I know you were kind of pushing down after the Krem, but there's no real reason to.
Smolland Torp's coming past Stony.
Yeah, we need Riss over there for the radar. Riss, we need you in Bravo.
He's running away. That's good.
Smalling up.
It's one of those snap salvos I have mentioned to Stony about before. Let's get a better
Nice.
view.
Nice kill. Very good. Okay,
Oh,
so Stony and Ledge,
Venezia.
you guys have an
Nice.
unobstructed path on Alpha. Go ahead and start charging south.
Copy.
Everybody else, we're going to button up here. Riss, there's no real need for you to do too much. Just poke your nose out on so you get spotting on that Des Moines. Or the Des Moines last known. Just on the western edge there.
He could also radar right now. Information radar would be very handy right now.
Taking heavy
This
fire
is
something.
this is when we get into the throw
It's the Des
maneuver.
Moines.
It is the Des Moines,
Yeah, he's
yes.
just single firing his guns, that's why.
Actually, no, that might be the Marceau.
It is
Yeah, I
the
think it is.
Marceau. And that's what I was commenting about, how he's going to be a pain in the butt forever. Now, because there was no radar from that cruiser, we don't know what's in CCAP.
Marceau up.
Yeah, whatever's in
Stony taken.
CCAP could have been killed. Instead, they just gave the cap away. So in general, I'd say, you know, in-game considerations, right?
10K
Nice
off
hit on the
Petro.
Petro.
Marceau down.
Ledge,
Good
watch for
kill
Petro
by Stony.
broadside. You should have options there.
That's actually really
Just
huge.
got behind the rock again.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Stony's view. Summers is still alive. Summers can easily go in the middle of the map now and be a real jerk. So I still think that radar would have been really handy. But for some odd reason, we're not interested in using that radar. I wouldn't be surprised if Summers
Petro.
luck chucked torpedoes either at Petro or Ohio and then turned southward.
Stony,
Stalingrad,
just work angles there. Ledge can take the cap.
Stalingrad, Montana are very low. Healing? No, you're not. You're going to heal in 10 seconds. There's the Des Moines.
Oh, Halsey,
He's
man,
gonna
please
stop.
don't fail me now.
He's going to stop. Heal
How
as
can
quickly
you
as you
have
can.
Admiral Halsey on
Come
your
on.
ship if he's on my ship?
Come on. Heal already.
Multiverse.
Craziness.
Heal.
One.
Stalingrad down.
Noted. You lasted a real long time. Good job.
He did, but he went too deep too. And he didn't radar. If you're going to go down, you might as well radar
Yeah,
before
push
you
to-
die.
To cap Charlie back.
And
Damn
that's...
it.
I think that's a permafire on Petra.
You got two tunnel visioned on the Des
You gotta
Moines
blast
there.
some of these cruisers here. Stony, work your angles right now.
Wow.
Cut off. You don't have any angles on anything right now.
I've got Kremlin's broadside, but
We need these cruisers. The
I
Kremlin can go
bounced.
later.
Now he radared.
Petrol real low. Ledge, you might have that shot.
Either turn in or out, one of the two, Stony, but you gotta decide quickly. Summers is most likely torpedoing your channel, so turning in here means you're gonna take at least one or two torpedoes.
We need to kill, guys. 958. Yeah, that was too deep into alpha. That might cost us match.
Okay. Wow. Wow. Unfortunately, they're ticking up on the cap, so unless there's a way to stop their
982.
cap gen, that's not going to happen. And that's a very close battle, but go back to that part where I said the throw maneuver is going to come. And it came, didn't it? Stalingrad too deep. Petro not radaring forever. I don't know why. Montana not noticing the heal available and using the heal on cooldown. And you can hear the frustration.
So, Rigel, when
clan
you were
battles.
saying work angles, I assumed you meant trying to get the cross shots on the Petro and Kremlin, which I felt like I got the angle for, but not necessarily the position, obviously. What did you need for me to do in that situation?
You're looking for ways to kill the boats. You know, that's what we needed.
Appreciate the mute for the
Gothis
cough.
was Stalingrad?
Yes.
Yeah, Goths with Stalingrad.
I didn't know you had Petrobras. Well, that's really what we're looking for. Either way, we're looking to see where we can make those cross-field shots because we had a really good angle between our fleet and their fleet. And when we put down their pushing ships with the Ohio going down, that was, and then the DD right after that, we had an open field on that flank. We can push in almost as much as we need to there. We have to get the alpha cap just due to help points, but you can throw the Ohio right into their teeth, you know, just come in on the side. You don't have to go danger close on the Kremlin, but we've got enough cross-field fire that we can put the boats down, but you have to be on the side, getting the angle and getting shots on them. It doesn't necessarily mean brawl in amongst the islands, but you got to get up in there. Then the Des Moines would have been prevented from coming up. The Petro would have gone down instead of living at 400 health. They probably would have lost that Marceau a lot easier. You know, all these things, it would have just been a house of cards.
So in that particular game, I saw the pattern forming here between the last game and this game. You're putting Shimakaze, Venezia, and Ohio. Shimakaze, Venezia, and a battleship, I should say, off on one side. The problem with that is you really don't have any vision. The Shimakaze, you're hoping to provide vision, but the problem is for the Shimakaze to get into positions to do that for the team, he puts himself at great risks. In the previous battle, he died for it, getting vision on the Colombo and the Stalingrad. In this particular game, he died for it coming into that torpedo lane to luck chuck some torps into A, but also get some vision on who might be pushing up. So I kind of feel like you'd be better off putting something with radar there. Now, you could consider changing the Shimakaze from a Shimakaze to a destroyer that has radar, like a Smolensk or a radar Yu Yang, and that could provide you some additional utility on that flank.
Frankly, I think we should probably just switch the Petro and Venezia.
That could work.
It is an issue where we've been suffering for lack of radar there, you know?
Mm-hmm. In that last battle, if you had flip-flopped the Stalingrad from Venezia and you put the Venezia on the 8, 9, 10 line, the Venezia's got the ability to go farther south and be a real jerk, and then when in trouble, just make inky and turn away and run. Where he was, he wasn't able to really impact the battle, other than that epic shot on the Smolensk there was fantastic. I didn't even expect for him to die, and then there he is on the kill feed. So nice work on that one, Venezia player.
Those kind of jokes always land with me, Zath, and you're gonna get that loud cackle every time.
It's part of the charm of my stream, my friend. So that's one thought. Another thought is your Petro player. I know you were communicating with him, and he didn't seem to understand what you were trying to accomplish with B. Regardless, you got the kill, and that's fine. The Petro player was in a good position to move north of that island, the big island out east, For some odd reason, he never radared, and I think he had a really good opportunity to do so, especially while the CCAP was being capped. That radar might have been crucial for getting decaps, finding out where the Summers was so that you know where potential torpedoes are going to come from, all that jazz. And instead, that Petro player just kind of sat on that radar forever, and I kind of feel like radar wasn't being useful at all in that game.
Okay. Word to the wise, we'll coordinate between local radars. And in that situation, it was Petro Stalingrad. I want you guys talking about who will radar first and what conditions you're going to radar under. I'm going to radar this ship up, get your guns on, that type of stuff. We'll emphasize that communication.
Absolutely. Stalingrad, Gothic, you were going down. You probably knew you were going down, yet you didn't fire off a radar just before you died. Just a small little thing. It's always worth doing it. You're going to die anyway. Might as well just pop your radar. Maybe you'll get lucky and see something for the team before you go down.
Copy that.
Yeah.
Roger, you have a second?
Gentlemen, I'm going to stop recording at this point. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much for letting us try this. This is so much fun.
Yeah, Zath, consider an open invitation. If you ever want to pop in and do something, shoot me a note, and we'll see what we have for you.
Great. Thank you, Rigel.
Thanks, Seth.